Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration.
Bill Clinton.
Nice guy. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein. That island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew.
You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list.
Declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there, because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would, or at least
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others. Certainly about the way he died. It would be interesting to find out what happened there, because that was a weird situation, and the cameras didn't happen to be working, et cetera, et cetera.
Over the past few days, the drama surrounding Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein has hit a new boiling point. If you thought this was a story that had already been told, think again. With new revelations emerging, the connection between the two powerful men is back under the microscope. It's not just a passing detail anymore, it's a twisted plot that's far from over. And in true Trump style, things are about to get even more complicated. We all know the name Jeffrey Epstein, a financier, convicted sex trafficker, and the man whose death in 2019 stirred more conspiracy theories than the season finale of True Detective. But in the last few days, fresh details have emerged about Donald Trump's ties to Epstein, and let's just say, they are casting a whole new shadow on Trump's past relationships. For years, Trump has downplayed his connection to Epstein, calling him a terrific guy and saying he barely knew him. But the new documents, court filings, and testimonies tell a different story, and it's sparking a lot of questions. While Trump and Epstein were friends for a time, their relationship wasn't as superficial as Trump's camp has suggested. Reports are now emerging that Epstein wasn't just a guy who showed up at a few of Trump's Mar-a-Lago parties. He was, in fact, deeply embedded in Trump's social circle, attending exclusive gatherings, traveling together, and even frequenting Trump's properties. The two were more than just business acquaintances. They were connections within the same elite network. But now, the latest batch of legal documents and testimonies has taken this to a whole new level, suggesting their ties may have been more significant and more problematic than we realized. The big bombshell? Ex-associates of Trump are now coming forward, claiming that the relationship between Trump and Epstein was far more substantial than Trump has admitted. Some even claim that Trump and Epstein shared mutual friends, many of whom are now tied to Epstein's illegal network. The recent filings also suggest that Trump was at several parties where Epstein was present, and even traveled with him on his infamous Lolita Express jet. Trump, of course, continues to insist he barely knew the guy and that their interactions were always casual. But considering the new testimonies, it's hard to ignore the growing suspicion that Trump may have been more involved than he's letting on. And it's not just the paper trail, there are survivor testimonies that paint a darker picture. Several women who were trafficked by Epstein have claimed they saw Trump at Epstein's infamous gatherings. While Trump continues to deny any involvement in Epstein's criminal activities, these accounts raise troubling questions about how much Trump really knew and whether he was complicit in any way. Trump's team has fiercely rejected these claims, saying they are baseless and part of a larger smear campaign, but the more these documents come out, the harder it becomes to ignore the possibility of something deeper and darker hiding beneath the surface. At this point, it's clear that the Trump-Epstein connection isn't just some bygone story of a rich guy making nice with another rich guy. No, it's the type of entangled web that gets more complicated by the day. With new lawsuits, more revelations coming out, and even more survivors speaking up, the questions aren't just about Trump's relationship with Epstein, they're about what really went on behind closed doors in those high-profile circles. And while Trump has distanced himself in public, it's hard not to wonder, just how much did Trump know? And did he ever speak up about Epstein's actions, or was he just another player in the game of elite privilege? With the media circling and the public demanding answers, one thing's clear. The Trump-Epstein drama is far from over. And with every new document and testimony, the truth seems to be creeping closer, whether Trump likes it or not.